Fire signs, welcome to your reading. Happy full moon in Sagittarius. It's happening right now as I'm recording your reading. We're going to do a modified Celtic cross for you because that's what everyone else is getting as well. If you're watching this on TikTok and you happen to be one of my people there, thank you so much for the support. I was overwhelmed by the love I received from particularly the water signs. So if you're watching this as well, I want to say thank you. I will thank you again later when I do another water sign reading, obviously. But just in case, I was so overwhelmed by the love from my TikTok folks. So anyway, and if you're watching it on YouTube, I'm especially begging you to like, share, subscribe, comment. I love comments. I mean, I think a lot of people think I'm like intimidating and mean and like really serious, I think sometimes, but like I love comments. I love like exchanging and hearing like for real, like what you are dealing with concretely that you think is coming out and resonating with you. Like those moments are amazing. So no pressure, but I would really appreciate it, guys. A monetization would really help me out. So anyway, let's move on to your reading. Spirit, can you tell me what's in the heart of the matter, please, for the fire signs? What's in the heart of the matter? Yeah. Okay, Page of Wands, Sagittarius energy. What's the crossing? What's the crossing? Too many. One card, please. Show me the crossing. Okay, we got the Nine of Pentacles. What's the foundation? Oh my goodness. What's the foundation, please? All right, so I will take them. The Hanged Man and the Emperor. What's in the recent past? I just got done talking this deck up about how much I was feeling it, and now it wants to be all goofy. Yeah, maybe that has some significance. Okay, recent past, Two of Wands. What's the current energy, please? Thank you so much. King of Cups. And the near future. Near future, please. Thank you. Page of Swords, okay. Bottom of the deck, the Eight of Swords. So, I'm going to clarify, you guys, because I'm not fully there. Okay. I was going to ask if you can clarify the center for me. We have the Ace of Pentacles and the Hanged Man again. Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's some decision making going on here. It could be for some of you about finances, making a purchase. It could be for others of you about a partnership here, or sort of where you want to go with some sort of creative project or something like this. But clearly we have decisions coming out with the Hangman, I feel, twice, and the Two of Wands in the past. In the future, we have the Innocence of Swords, which is the Page of Swords, who I also feel like needs to make a decision here. And I think maybe for a lot of you, this might be sort of a head over heart decision, because we have the King of Cups and the current energy, and the foundation is the Emperor and the Hanged Man. So this to me is giving me this energy of needing to surrender control, or being afraid potentially of losing control. With the King of Cups up top, I feel like, first of all, you're not going to lose control. The King of Cups has control. He is unshakable. The King of Cups sits, on a solid foundation, and the traditional Rider-Waite depiction with the waves rushing around him, right? And there's all sorts of rough waters, but he sits firm. He's unshakable. He's emotionally sound. He's emotionally confident. He's emotionally mature. And I feel like maybe some of you are underestimating yourself a bit, or it's like you feel, I feel like you associate emotion with a loss of control. And if we're talking about a relationship context, I definitely feel that that's what's going on here. It's like some of you are afraid to take an opportunity because you're afraid to lose control, or you might be afraid maybe of a power imbalance or something. Let's get more information. Can you clarify the foundation for me? Clarify the foundation for the fire signs. The Five of Wands. One more. The Three of Cups. Well then. We have a lot of Aries energy and Sagittarius energy coming out already. We have the Fool at the bottom here on the split. The Emperor in the foundation. And now we have the Wheel. Page of Wands for me is Sagittarius energy. Leo so far only showing up with the Five of Wands and the Three of Cups. So, okay. For some of you, this is about competition. It's like there's some... I hesitate to say this, but I kind of feel like one storyline that's occurring to me right now is I feel like maybe there's like maybe commitment issues going on here for somebody, or possessiveness. Okay, I don't know if this is you or somebody else, but I'm getting the sense of like the beginning of a relationship where maybe you're single technically and someone's entertaining someone else. Or maybe this is something from the history of this relationship and there's some issue coming up here. Someone's insecure. someone's insecure, someone feels intimidated or threatened by an outside party. Once again, we have Aries, we have Pisces, we have Pisces twice. And I mean, to be honest, those are actually the only majors we have, but we do have Scorpio, Gemini. All right, let's get more information here. The Seven of Pentacles. One more. Two of Pentacles. Yeah. The Sun and the Five of Swords. Exactly. Once again, guys, I don't know if this is you or some other person here, but someone made a choice in the past, and maybe it was out of impatience or like a lack of information. Four of Pentacles. Desperation, apparently, maybe. I feel like someone, made a desperate choice in the past without thinking it over well enough. And with the Five of Swords coming out and the Sun, I feel like they screwed up. Okay? I feel strongly, and I haven't gotten a reading like this in a while, but I feel strongly here like somebody had to choose between two people. I mean, I don't know how serious it is. I don't know how deep this was, I do get the sense that it was sort of like loose, or at least somebody was approaching it loosely, where they kind of viewed themselves as single. Okay, I hesitate to say that because I do feel like somebody here is possessive. If it's not you, it's somebody else. Either the person you're dealing with or the other person, okay? Anyway, in the past, I feel like a choice was made, and I feel like somebody is now realizing that they fucked up. They made the wrong choice. Whatever they did here, whether this was between two people or in some other context, okay, translate it if this is not a love triangle sort of situation, but I am kind of getting that sense. I mean, it could definitely be career or money related, right? But yeah, I feel like somebody is seeing now that they made the wrong choice. And somebody here is holding on to that. Somebody here needs to like talk about their emotions, because I feel like they're bottling them up. I feel like they got a lot of resentment. I don't know. It's not pretty. I can feel it. What's the Spirit of Cups, please? Okay. Five of Pentacles. Okay, or two more is good. King of Swords. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like a Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck, for sure. Somebody made an ill-informed or selfish or rash or desperate, I don't know. I feel like it goes in different directions. I think for some of you, this is like a selfish choice, a short-sighted choice, and for others of you, this perhaps it was a result of like pressure from somebody to make a quick decision. And now I feel like we're regretting that decision, and I feel like we're keeping it inside. Somebody has a lot of pain inside. Five of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, King of Swords. But, well, like I said, they're keeping it bottled up. They're keeping it bottled up. I don't know who we're talking about here, if this is you or somebody else, but King of Cups, King of Swords, this person seems totally cool on the outside. They seem impervious, but they are not. I can feel it. I can feel it. That's this person, this King of Cups person. I didn't know where it was coming from at first, but obviously it's this person. And whoever this is, whatever's going on here, it's like now they feel locked out of, something. They feel like a sense of lack. They feel a sense of inferiority. I don't know. I wasn't expecting this, guys. Can you tell me about the Page of Swords, please? Okay. I think I already know. Temperance. Queen of Jars. And Queen of Jars kind of came out in reverse, I will say. 3 of Wands. 8 of Swords. Well, I think what the Page of Swords here is saying is that with some investigation, this is going to come to light. I have to say. Otherwise, why are we talking about it, right? The Temperance card, once again, more Sagittarius energy. I feel like this is very current energy, or it's specifically there's a Sagittarius involved. Queen of Cups even has red hair, which kind of gives me fire energy vibes. I definitely think this is a fire sign reading for somebody. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. I don't like to read about these things. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a relationship context. It could be a work context. Like maybe someone screwed up. They made the wrong choice. They, I guess I could get more specific. Like, okay, maybe this is like you, right? And you took an opportunity. I think you thought this was going to be an abundant opportunity with the 9 of Pentacles. And I think, I'm just going to be honest here. I think this was sort of a vanity move, okay? I'm hearing like vanity purchase. Maybe that's it. Maybe you bought something because of what you thought how you thought it would appear to someone else or to other people, like for clout or, for your reputation. And or something. There's something here about someone not wanting to sacrifice control over the situation, okay? I don't want to point the finger at you, but I mean, it could be you, right? Like, somebody made a choice that was reflective of their own insecurity, fear of losing control or losing face in some way. It might have been a vindictive decision, like to get back at someone else, or like to stick it to someone else. Okay? And it's like, now they're realizing that this was not the best choice. And the repercussions of this are that they have now been locked out. I feel like they're like locked out of something they wanted in their life. Something, like something is making them feel really bad. And I mean, if this is you, I have to say, I feel like this person is bottling it up and they're trying to keep it under wraps. I don't feel, it does not feel healthy to me, okay? That's why I'm struggling, because whatever emotional repression and like seething resentment, this toxicity that I feel is not healthy. So if this is you, you need to express that. It's something you need to like think about. And if this is somebody that you're dealing with, then I really have to caution you here, because with the Temperance card coming out and the Queen of Cups in reverse with the Page of Swords, I feel like this could be a manipulative energy, I have to say, okay? With the Queen of Cups in reverse and the Temperance card. I mean, the Temperance card literally is about, going back and forth, mixing two things together. And that can be a beautiful thing, but it can also be like an indicator of someone manipulating something, right? Going back and forth between two separate, pure things and turning them into something tainted, I feel. With the Queen of Cups in reverse, like this is also like a needy, manipulative, lacking energy. This is someone who feels emotionally insecure, right? Who doesn't know their worth. I'm getting this sense of someone here who just, it's like they're searching for their own worth, their own value in the wrong place. It's like it's attached to something that just feels toxic. I don't know what this is, you guys, but I don't like it. And I do feel like this is gonna come out. Like somebody, there's like, with the Page of Swords, this is an investigator energy. And it can be a card to me of like a delayed news or uncovering a secret. And I feel like the secret is what someone has been keeping inside here, this horrible feeling of regret and anguish and insecurity and just this feeling of being like less than, or like I said, I don't know what side you're on, or it's coming to light that somebody manipulated a situation and just did something really kind of nasty here to win. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Four of Jars. One more. Three of Pentacles. Three of Swords. Yeah, Six of Wands. There's definitely attention being called to some sort of situation. Three of Swords. And I now have the Three of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. So there are definitely three people or a group of people involved in this situation. And I feel like someone got rejected or feels rejected. I don't know, but it's really gross. Their energy is gross. I get the sense that even if this person was chosen, it's like they still feel this like toxic, just gross, like vindictiveness over the fact that they were ever in that position to begin with as like an option, right? And on some level, I think that's fair. But on other levels, I feel like this person is a little bit too much. Like they're emotionally unstable, I feel like. And like I said, I hesitate to say that, you guys, because I don't know who's who in this situation. But as always, put yourself where you fit. Maybe this just isn't your reading at all, okay? I didn't expect this at all. But whatever's going on here, it's coming to a head. And I think the overarching message here is that we need to have some heart-to-heart conversations with ourselves, with our therapist, with each other, whatever the case may be, to really address some kind of deep-seated truths that have been buried here. Okay? Whatever is going on here, it stems from some sort of choice that was made without having enough time or information. And now we're regretting the way things played out. Whether this is a relationship, a job, or career path, or some sort of other choice that you've made about your life, I feel like it was made for the wrong reasons. And unfortunately, I think other opportunities were sacrificed and are now off limits. And this is causing a lot of heartache and very negative emotions for someone here. Let's get an oracle. I'm sorry, guys. I hope that helps whoever it's meant for. Let's get an oracle. Guidance for the fire signs. All right, we're getting Fae. Card number 9. It says, not everything is as it may seem. Be cautious, dear one, for there is a story beneath the tale. Yes, there's deception going on here for sure. Okay? I don't know who is involved, but I don't like it. Okay, so the key word is misunderstandings, so that's a little bit better. The standard operating procedure for fairies is to be mischievous, devious, and playful to a fault, and for this reason they are often misunderstood. To them, they are simply living their lives as they always have and doing what is natural for who and what they are. You've pulled Fae because there has been a misunderstanding in your situation. Perhaps a miscommunication has occurred or someone is failing to see your point of view. Everyone has a different standard operating procedure, but different doesn't always mean wrong. Consider how you can be more compassionate for the people involved in this situation. You don't have to agree, but making space for the opinions of others can and often does diffuse any tense situations. You'll be surprised what you can learn by being a better listener, and may even find that all involved have been chasing the same thing the whole time, but just in a different way. The same is true if you are experiencing an internal struggle. Give any emotions you are experiencing time for expression. 100%. There is some kind of deception here, misunderstanding, maybe that's all it is. I don't know. And emotions definitely need to be expressed, okay? And since this is your reading, I feel like you're being called to initiate that somehow. I hope that helps you guys. I will see you next time.